Hi, I'm Laura, the founder of Bountiful Home, and today we're talking about the prototype for the Tissue Tulip. So I'm so excited to be able to bring to you some photos of the prototype today. Now, if you haven't been along this journey yet and you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to link below some videos for you to look at so that you can follow the process from the beginning and you can know exactly what it is that I'm designing and what problem I'm trying to solve with that. But for those of you who have followed all along with this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And today I have photos of the prototype for you. So it's pretty exciting. So I have 3 separate photos. I'm gonna throw them up over here and you'll be able to see in this first photo, I've got just a photo of the tissue tulip itself. Now you can see the color is pretty close to charcoal gray or blackish looking. That's just a 3D printing material. That's not the color that it's going to be, although I think that there's some bathrooms and homes that would fit beautifully in. But that's not the first version of the tissue tulip. Is not going to be this dark color, but that it will be painted basically to imitate the color that it will eventually be manufactured to be. So you can see that there's a line around the middle here where it's going to separate. It also does not have its base on it yet. So there will be a metal base at the bottom of this. We just don't have that yet, but I was so excited to get some photos of the prototype. I wanted to get this in front of you now. So this next photo here is showing you the inside. So we've got the tissue tulip opened up and you can see the inside of it with the cavity where the tissues will go. And then very last photo here is of it with some tissues coming out of it. So this is what it'll look like. You will have tissues coming out of the top. You'll have a nice metal base around the bottom. It'll be brushed chrome. And then the tissue tulip itself is going to initially be a off-white color. It's with some gray undertones, but it looks very off-white against a bright white. So it is a very neutral color. I chose this color because it just will go with the color of the metal base. It'll go with many different styles of bathrooms, and the first run just needs to appeal to as many people as possible. So off-white is what I went with. So there you go. But if you can envision this in an off-white color with a nice sturdy metal base at the bottom, that's what we're going to have for the tissue tulip. So I hope that this has been exciting and helpful and that you are starting to see what it's going to eventually be. This is the prototype that I will use when I either create this myself or I go to potential investors to get funding, as I discussed in my last video, or that I take to other companies to produce it themselves, so they'll be able to actually see a prototype, a functioning prototype. Now this one doesn't have the complete function yet. There will be a membrane that we stick around the top to make sure that the tissues disperse properly all the way through to the end, but it actually works really well just as it is. It just needs some final touches, and then paint, and we'll be off to the races. So I know this has been a long journey going from some drawings to this, but I hope that this has been really fun for you. And I hope that you're enjoying seeing these photos of an actual product. And when I get it in my hands, I will definitely show it to you in my hands as well. But that is what I have for you today. And I think we're about a week away maybe of having a final prototype. So when I do, I'll come back and I'll show you the actual color and the way it's going to finally look. I just thought you might really like to see this progress as it was happening. So that's why we're here. And I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.